Hello! You are watching the Garden Corner Show. We are a show, of course, as you know already, where we're crazy passionate about everything gardening that we know of. The only thing is, we're very real. I am J-Dog John Carsboom. I'm out here with Mr. Dave, and we've got T-Bird running all over crazy over there. And we're here with Chris Steinke, of course.
Yes.
Yes,
that's me.
That's you. And we're over here at Youngblood Nursery, and I know you're thinking, hey, I've just seen this video before, but you haven't, because we're still here talking about some cool and unusual and different and neat and amazing plants that we have found here, and we're going to bring into the store. So, but Chris is here to help me to explain what the heck we're looking at. Let's start right here, shall we?
Let's start right here with a Chamaecyparis obtusa, a Hinoki cypress. It's called gold fern.
Well,
and obviously, this one's not as gold as it could be right now. It's been grown under some shade. If it was grown out in the sun, it would be gold, as in gold fern. So definitely a partial sun plant to get the color. But
okay.
slow growing.
Like a morning sun.
Yeah,
maybe?
morning
Okay.
sun. Yeah, it's not going to burn on you, even if it's in some afternoon sun. Yeah, very neat foliage, soft foliage. Does grow to get a full size one. 10 years is about 6 feet.
Okay, 6 feet, nice and short.
Yeah, very neat plant.
And you know, it's called gold fern, but right now it's really kind of silver fern.
Silver fern, yeah.
Okay.
It's been grown under too much shade.
Yeah. Really neat, nice and soft.
Yeah, very neat.
Right in the container, I see it. I see the future in the container. Let's take a look at this guy. I want to put this over here. Take a look at this guy. Isn't that neat?
That's neat. We've got another Japanese cedar. We've got a Cryptomeria pygmaea. This is very neat plant. People use it a lot for bonsai.
Okay, go ahead.
People will use this in a rock garden, a train garden, great in the container. Very neat, very small dwarf plant, very slow growing, 3 to 4 inches a year. Tops out at a couple feet.
You mentioned train garden twice now. Are you a train garden nut or something?
No, but we do have a few people in Salem that are train garden nuts, and they do like some of these plants very much.
I wonder if they live in Salem because they're train garden nuts, or garden nuts that happen to live in Salem.
I think so.
Okay.
Just probably both. Okay.
Anyway, curious. All right. So, well, there's train garden nuts all over the place, don't you think, Mr. Day?
Absolutely. I think so.
Yeah, it's really cool too. And you need those small plants for scale. Yeah. Not that you have to have a train garden to have these plants.
No.
Okay. Let's take a look at this guy. Now
we've got an ilex, an ilex called dwarf pagoda. A very neat, very tiny congested leaves on this guy.
Yeah, it is neat.
Very slow growing again, upright. He's going to grow a couple inches a year at the most. He's going to top out at 2 to 3 feet, and that'll take 15 years sometimes.
Wow.
And it's just really slow, but very neat.
Now, do you do bonsai at all?
We do a little bit.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily sell it, but it's just kind of a hobby of ours.
Yeah.
We sell like starter plants for bonsai.
Yeah.
We don't pot anything in pots for bonsai and sell them as bonsai.
So, do you think this one would be a good one for bonsai, wouldn't it?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. It's well suited, not much pruning needed.
You get that, Mr. Dave? How cool a form that is? Isn't that neat? Got that dark glossy leaf on there.
Yep.
Anyway, I think that's really neat. He says, "Hold it." And it's a little heavy. We're good to go? Okay. Let's take a look at some more. So we've got some really cool plants. This one I'm extremely excited about.
Yeah, this is a neat plant. This is a Ponceris. It is a Ponceris called Flying Dragon. It's got multiple season interests. It's a hardy citrus plant. It's going to grow to probably 10 to 12 feet over when it's mature. I don't know how long it takes to get that large. Probably 5 to 10 years. But this is a neat plant. It does make a fruit. It looks like a lime, but it's a little more bitter.
Mm.
It is edible if you want to try it, but it's not going to wow your taste buds at all.
Okay.
It's going to bloom here. It's got lots of buds on it. The fragrant flowers, the one thing you got to watch out for is this thing, if you get stuck by it, it's got some thorns on it that will they'll get you and they won't let you go ever.
Mm.
So big thorns. I mentioned multi-seasonal interest because it is deciduous, and when it loses its leaves, it has this really neat white kind of twisted, contorted bark on it also.
Wow. Yeah, it is really neat. Now, this one we would have to protect in the wintertime. Is it it's part of the citrus family or what?
It is a hardy citrus.
Okay.
I've had it outside for a couple of years, and it's been okay.
Yeah.
So it's fairly hardy, yeah.
Wow.
Doesn't need a whole lot of protection.
Isn't that neat? Gosh, I love this guy. Of course, I'm thinking that it's fragrant. Of course, we're right behind some Daphne. That's just amazing, too. I have to show this one.
Obviously.
Look at that guy. Tell me about this guy.
It's a Choicea. Choicea ternata Sundance. Sundance just refers to the yellow coloration, looks like the sun. Pretty quick growing plant to about, I'd say, 5 to 6 feet shrub. Does need protection from the hot sun, so like underneath a somewhat of a canopy, but it's a great plant. This is going to have white flowers all over it this late spring into summer. Bees love it. They smell amazing.
Yeah, they're very, very, very fragrant on that. It's also called a Mexican orange.
Yeah. There's plenty of things that are called Mexican orange.
Yeah.
Or mock orange. A lot of things like that. Yeah.
Anyway, then Choicea ternata Sundance. Isn't that neat? So just great color, especially for those shade areas. And now I've got to show this guy. How are we doing for time, Mr. Day? We got 2 minutes. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh.
Speed it up.
Oh, here we go. We're going to really speed up. We're going to go fast forward. And let me get this. I have to show this one. This is a wild ginger. Take a look at those leaves. It's a hardy wild ginger. Just that glossy leaves. It's just starting to poke its just starting to come out of the ground. But I do have to show you this amazing bloom underneath, and take a look at that. It's a really heavy bloom. It's not fragrant at all, but it's almost like a velvet in there. And what is that stuff in the middle?
I don't know, actually.
Gosh,
the plant is a little new to me.
Yeah, it looks
very neat.
Kind of looks like a big mold spore.
It does.
Yeah, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, cool. Isn't that neat? Looks like looks like a trap for a nice insect that's made for just wants to go in there and they get trapped in there, but I'm sure it isn't. Anyway, I thought that was neat. Anyway, do we have time? We got 1 minute. Hey, let's call that a show, right? Shall we? Okay. Good. Anyway, I don't know. I'm very, very interested if there are plants that you might have that are really cool, that are precious to you. It doesn't have to be, some amazing type plant, but it's amazing to you and what you enjoy about that. So leave a comment. Make sure you do that. I'm interested. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the show. That's it for the day. Shall we do it? 1, 2, 3. Live your passion.
See me right out.